My daughter was born with a rare disease about 3.5 years ago. And it's a craniofacial condition. She's going to have about 20 to 60 surgeries in her lifetime. So I was just thrust into this world that I was not expecting. I did not want this. And grief was what I learned or discerned was what I was experiencing. So through this process of understanding what grief was and how I can move to a place where redemptive suffering became something that I lived on a daily basis, that is really the impetus of why I wrote the book. I think most people associate grief with death. Now, this was the death of my dream, of what I thought my daughter would be or the family I thought we would have. And so that was something that I thought was really important, that there are millions of people in this world that are experiencing grief and don't know it because society says it's only associated with death. It's only associated with the Western rituals that we have. So I really wanted this to be a message that was available to people who were suffering and maybe in a place where they didn't know where to start or where to turn or what to do. It's the Holy Spirit. I mean, some people might say that sounds cliched, but it's so true. So if I look in retrospect and I think, how did I do this? It truly was a combination of the fact that my husband was very supportive and he watched the girls for me, our daughters, so that I had time to write. It was the fact that the Lord allowed me to use his Kairos time, not Chronos time, because I don't have a lot of that luxury. So the little amount of time that I had, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, God made it count. I just say a prayer to the Holy Spirit. He inspired me, and this was what resulted. First, you have to acknowledge the suffering that you're going through. Then you have to just be honest with the Lord, and you have to be able to allow yourself to feel the myriad emotions, the anger, the frustration, the deep sorrow, that void, that loss that we feel when someone dies or we lose a dream or a job or a house or something. And then you have to be able to allow God to do something with that, something productive, something positive. And so that's another thing that I talk about is how do you get to that place? What are some tools that people can use? And so I offer 6 spiritual principles that God has shown me that really are involved with this inner work, this spiritual work, which combines spiritual direction and prayer and confession and Eucharist.